How's it going? Welcome to the debate room. It's May 5th, 6 p.m. Dustin, you're on your way to see Donald Trump, aren't you? How's it going?
Yeah, we're well, I guess you're in Miami, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Consensus?
No.
No, that's not
I'm near consensus. So I'm like feeling the energy of it, but I'm not actually there.
Yeah, I'll be at Doral tomorrow. So we got to keep this one somewhat short because I got to run and get out to it. But the good news is I'm in a very rantastic mood today. So buckle up.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, that's news. Brianna.
I'm working on a few things.
So good to
Thank
see
you so much for coming. Please, can you give us you have a really long background. So tell us about you, what you're working on, where people can find you.
Sure. I got my start about a decade ago. If you remember Gamergate, I was one of the primary targets of that. Ran for Congress, worked on some things. I was one of the premier people kind of pushing back on the excesses of Me Too, kind of being pro-woman during that. And, today I would really position myself as sort of a sane, moderate Democrat that's trying to bring our party back to a point where we can actually beat Donald Trump again. So it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming. We always are looking for people who have kind of like different sides of the spectrum. And it's interesting that it seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you have over time started to kind of be a little bit more moderate, and you've gotten some kickback because of that. Is that right?
100%. I started in the progressive movement during Gamergate, and I seem to be the only figure on the progressive side asking, is the stuff we're doing working? Are we getting more political power, or are the Republicans winning literally everything? The Republicans are just kicking our ass right now. And I think it's time to take a hard look at a lot of our policies, from trans women in sports to our national security strategy. And that's why I'm out here trying to fight the good fight for good old liberal values in media.
Do you mind? I don't know if it's maybe just you're a little farther from the mic, but if you talk a little closer, it might be a little
really close to my mic.
Yeah, that's better.
Perfect.
So the topic of today is, do Americans still share the same values? And Dustin here, hard, Dustin, would you say you're a hard Republican?
No, I am. Listen, I am so black-pilled on the collective being of human intelligence at this point. We have literally retarded ourselves in order to stare at stupid screens and argue about a bunch of stupid shit that doesn't matter ever, right? So let's go ahead, let's fight about all of these third world bullshit nonsense issues. Meanwhile, groceries are triple, people have zero property rights, our land is being taken from us, our heritage, our culture is being taken from us. And all we do is pretend like we have all of these big disputes between us. Like, do you care about this issue that affects 0.1% of the population? Shut the F up. We're all dying out here. Like, what? I'm so tired of it. And the whole Republican Democrat thing, here's my issue. who do I vote for if I want a party that is opposed to war? Like who wait, oh, but the politicians could be on whatever. So if I want to actually vote for a party that's not going to poison our food supply, who am I supposed to vote for? Then name me one Republican in the House or Senate that's going to stop that's actual Maha that's going to do a damn thing. And the Democrats are full-blown retard, hate-mongering, war-mongering psychopaths who want to kill their political opposition. So, like, what side am I supposed to take here? Like, fuck them both.
It's honestly hard to even know what to respond to that. I'm an adult. I work in national security strategy. I talk about real world policies. We can't be 4-year-olds and put our hands over our eyes and go, oh, I just want to be anti-war. Like, I'm sorry, America has enemies. This Islamist political project has been trying to slaughter non-Islamists since the 6th century, and they want to kill us. They killed us on 9/11. They killed us after 9/11, the ISIS era, when Obama was in charge. They slaughtered our forward deployed then. We are under attack. And the truth is there's some evil people in the world, and sometimes you gotta go fucking deal with them like adults. So I invite you to come over here to the adult reality I live in, where we actually have to keep America safe and we can't just rant about stuff. We actually need a national security strategy.
How insane do you have to be like, oh, come to the real world where the Islamists are going to kill you in America? Like, it's so beyond nonsense. Like, your odds of being attacked by a shark are greater than you being attacked by a Muslim in the United States.
It's such a stupid viewpoint. It's hard to engage with. So let me just walk you through like some just basic facts about the world, okay? The American economy is intertied to the global system. So we have to count on things like shipping lanes and partnerships with other countries. So just one example right now, Iran was preparing, they were very close to having nuclear weapons that could have struck the UK, for instance. That was just reported. A nuclear Iran that was capable of doing that is capable of all kinds of geo instability. Basically screwing up the entire worldwide economy. And again, we have to be big boys and girls and go deal with that. So you can't just rant this stuff away. And that's why, despite as much as I disagree with Donald Trump, I actually support him because my party won't on this. He is out there dealing with world affairs in a way that, frankly, Biden chose not to. So I find it very interesting that I'm actually more on board with the Trump administration, even though you're about to go praise your dear leader tonight.
It's hilarious to me. Like, oh, you guys, we totally got to make sure that the shipping lanes and the global economy stays on track. Yeah, it was totally up before we started dropping bombs in Israel, right?
Or we started dropping bombs on Israel. When did we do that?
I mean, again, the dangerous people. Do we ever talk about Israel and their disruptive force in the Middle East ever?
Yeah, I think the Islamist political project to put propaganda out there on social media through bot networks has been really effective at shifting the conversation.
Oh yeah, Israel is known for their restraint.
They are actually. Let me ask you something. How many missiles do you think Hezbollah has fired at Israel in the last decade? Just give me a ballpark guess.
And I don't care.
5? Do you think it's 5?
Listen, I have a son who's coming of age.
Just answer my question. How many missiles do you think they've sent?
I don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit?
It's not my problem.
You should care. Okay, well, the answer is tens of thousands of missiles that Hezbollah has fired at Israel.
Listen, lady. You're not the one who has to go over there to the freaking godforsaken desert and watch your.
One at a time. One at a time.
You asked me a question, I'm going to answer it, please.
Brianna, do you mind speaking closer to your mic?
Yes. So you asked me a question, I want to answer this respectfully. So you said that Israel was not interested in restraint. Hezbollah, which is in a country called Lebanon, you may not know about, has fired literally tens of thousands of missiles at Israeli civilians. They've struck in the north. I've literally been to places where it's struck. And Israel, like, imagine if Canada had fired one missile at Boston. Like, Canada would be dust right now. They fired hundreds of thousands of missiles over the last, decade, and Israel has just really been waiting very patiently and has acted honestly with a lot more restraint than I would have. So I would argue to you, after October 7th, the kid gloves came off. Israel decided they've got to actually go confront and kill these terrorists, and that's what they've done. And it has made the world safer.
Oh yeah, no, and they've never responded to any of the attacks that have ever happened before. Let's just cherry pick where we want to, and this is why like people are just done talking about it. You know what? Like Americans here in America, everything is going to freaking hell because of corrupt politicians who are more concerned about funding the goddamn war machine than they are about taking care of us or legislating responsibly in any possible sense of the word. And we're fed up with it. And frankly, I've watched enough of my friends go over to that godforsaken desert and die, and I refuse to let my son be the next generation who has to deal with fighting wars that are none of his fucking business.
It is our business. They're trying to kill us. And once again,
listen,
you're complaining about domestic public policy.
You live the
and
most,
we can have a discussion about that.
Comfortable
But
era of human existence.
America's always had to fight international policy in addition to domestic policy. Our domestic policy and our issues with getting our politicians at home to respond to us, that's not particularly connected to what our security strategy should be in the Middle East.
Again, the madness of, oh, they want to kill us, so let's go across to the other world and start dropping bombs and giving guns to everybody. And that's going to make us safer. Like you're not safe already, number one.
Who do you think we're giving guns to?
Like there are
who do you think we're giving guns to?
Project power.
Who are we giving guns to?
Yesterday, Trump and Lindsey Graham both said, oh, well, we'll just start giving guns to the Iranian people.
That's right. Okay, so now we're talking about Iran. That's a different theater. If you want to come back and talk about Iran, we can. We're talking about Israel right now. That's a different country, Dustin.
No, and Israel and Iran are not involved in conflict.
We're talking about our alliance with Israel right now, my friend.
I mean, again, the great, do what you gotta do. If you want to do it, Israel, knock yourself. Not our problem. And
it is our problem.
It is not our problem.
What is the evidence? It's not our problem. I would remember ISIS 9/11. They are attacking our international shipping lanes. Hold on, let me give you a really concrete example about why you should care. Let me give you a concrete example about why you should care and how this affects you. So the Houthis are armed. Basically, the Houthis have been firing missiles at the shipping lanes. They've been taking out. So if you order something for Amazon.com, they are literally firing missiles at the ship that's bringing that stuff to you. So they've had to sail around this entire theater, which makes the price of all these goods go up. So actually having a security partner in this region to keep the shipping lanes free, this is good for American consumers. It's just a fact. You can laugh at it, but it's still going to be true.
I mean, the reason I laugh, the idea that somehow, like, who was the aggressor with Iran?
I'm talking about shipping lanes. Do you understand if we don't police our shipping lanes,
you
it costs
realize
you
that
more
was
money?
wide open, and still we started dropping bombs and like being the aggressor with Iran, right?
The Houthis are going to attack our shipping lanes. What's your national security strategy?
Yeah,
what
yeah,
do you want to do about that? We just want to avoid that theater? What do we do?
Again, there's plenty of ways to deal. Like, but again,
just give me one way. Just give me one way.
All of this was working fine until we started to go madman and start demanding, like, start dropping bombs and killing leaders in foreign countries.
Just give me one way that we could deal with the Houthis. Just one way that's not going over there and killing them. Do you know what the Houthis are? What country are the Houthis in? Do you know this?
I'm not sure exactly. I really don't give a shit.
It's Yemen. Okay. Do you know Yemen had a civil war? Do you understand the Houthis deposed the illegal government?
Some little dirt monkeys in the Middle East had a civil war. Like, I give a shit.
Yes. Well, it affects us because they then take missiles and blow up our ships.
Okay, so when we're talking about Israel, there's a lot of different narratives, obviously, depending on who you listen to. So can we define what's happening exactly, and then who's responsible and how we should interpret this?
Yes. What was the question?
Who is responsible when we're talking about Israel? There's a lot of different narratives, obviously.
Yeah.
So can both of you, from your perspectives, tell us what's going on and who's responsible? and why we should be concerned about this.
Well, from my perspective, we have what's called the axis of resistance. So basically, ever since Bush made the decision to invade Iraq, which I did not support, we essentially took out Iraq as a buffer state, and that allowed Iran to basically spread through the entire region. So Bush supercharged the IRGC, and ever since then, Iran has been destabilizing the entire Middle East. Saudi Arabia has been working to keep them in check, which is why we have a partnership with them. But I think very directionally speaking, you have Iran and the IRGC, which has been funding the Houthis, funding Hezbollah, funding insurgents in Syria, funding ISIS. And all those forces, they hate both the United States and they hate us, and they're attacking Israel, but that's just because they're closer. So I would say Israel is the victim of basically an anti-Semitic project where they have 7.1 million Jews in this region and about over 400 million Muslims in over 50 Muslim majority countries. They're trying to exterminate them.
So this is a long-standing back and forth that we have almost zero interest. That, like, the only people it benefits is the forever war machine. I'm actually very close with the Sisi government in Egypt. I've done incredible work helping them. Like, my input was taken on their constitution, like
really?
the drafting of their current constitution, and a lot of this should be empowering people to deal with shit in their own house and their own neighborhood. Right, the more all of those groups you named, Hezbollah, the Hoodoo, ISIS, whoever you want, you know who else funded them at some point? Al Qaeda, the CIA, right? You know who they bought weapons from? The Americans. We fund both sides of all of these conflicts to benefit the forever war machine. And frankly, I'm just tired of it as I watch my own country crumble to shit for no reason.
I mean, again, these people have been trying to kill us since the 6th century. So you're right, it's a forever war. They're the ones that will try to kill us until time immemorial, which is why we need a national security partner in this region, Israel. It's true. I'm sorry. You should read, I know you don't know what Yemen is, but you should read a history book. Do you know what country? I already told you this. Can you tell me what country Hezbollah is in? Do you know?
Lebanon.
Okay, good for you. There we go. You know, this is part of this problem of the Middle East destabilizing and people coming and basically deposing their governments. This has happened in Lebanon. It's happened in Yemen. And, you know, I would argue
what
this
about
is
Syria?
happening in Iran.
Who was responsible for getting rid of...
I'm going to finish what I'm saying, then you can answer your question. So the problem is when you say things like forever war, it makes it sound like this is a battle we're choosing. Something that is actually factual is the United States has tried to pivot from the Middle East and has been unable to do that. The second part of the Bush 2 administration did it. Obama tried to pivot away from the Middle East. Trump 1 tried to pivot away from the Middle East, and Biden tried to pivot around from the Middle East. We keep getting drawn back into this conflict because Iran is destabilizing things. So if you are interested in ending heavy American involvement in the Middle East, I would argue you should get on board with me, a Democrat, and support President Trump ending the IRGC because they're the ones who have been destabilizing this.
Here's the deal. 30 years from now, when we're right, the problem is the people who fight now, the war fighters, are completely isolated. They fight by themselves. The community fights by themselves. They receive no support, right? We don't hear of the regular deaths and all the terror. And again, I've watched my friends die in Iraq and Afghanistan and Kuwait, and right, I've literally watched I've attended dozens of my friends' funerals as a result. I'm just fucking tired of it.
That's like right.
we get zero benefit. No, and this fear mongering nonsense of they're trying to kill me is so stupid, right? It's so beyond dumb. Oh well, they attacked some of our foreign deployments. That's not trying to kill you. I have no beef with the Iranian people. But the region is destabilized. Like, Saudi doesn't play a role in that. Like, the U.S. and the CIA and the intelligence community from all of the countries don't play a role in that. Like, give me a freaking break. The idea that, Iran is funny. You know what? We also funded almost all of those same groups when some foreign policy maggot idiot who thinks that they want to play God by giving money to go kill people in faraway places, right? When that maggot, insanity, God complex retard decides that he wants to go blow somebody up, right? Like, oh, well, then we've done it over and over and over again. It's time to put a stop to all of that shit. If you try to go and play God in every other country, you end up with everybody hating you, and you pay all the money, all the blood, you spill it all, and you get absolutely butt kiss in return, and we're fucking tired of it.
Do you know who you sound like? You sound like the fucking progressive idiots that think we should disband every police department in the United States. You sound just like the idiot, retarded Democrats that want to dismantle ICE. You sound exactly like them. You're just as extremist. You're just as unserious. And it's like, we have to have a national security strategy. We need police. We need a mechanism to deport people from the United States. And a child throwing a temper tantrum may feel good for you. I hope you find this cathartic, but it's not how adults run a nation, Dustin.
We have more than enough economic control and the ability to put economic pressure on whoever we want to keep. Like,
no, sanctions have failed. We've been trying this with Iran forever. This doesn't work. That doesn't work with Yemen.
Only in your opinion do you say they failed? Tell me something. When did Iran? When was the last time Iran attacked the United States?
They superfunded Hezbollah.
They superfunded.
They did. They did.
Okay,
you should look this up, Dustin. You should do some research before you come debate me so you know what the fuck you're talking about, my friend. So Iran let me educate you. So Iran struck the United States. Iran struck the United States because they funded these terrorism networks that, just for one example, if you look at ISIS. Do you remember the fight against ISIS?
Yeah,
you know who funded taking the fight back against Mosul? So they killed our forward deployed there. They slaughtered our citizens, and that is the last time that they attacked us. And they've also attacked United States citizens. They've attacked our shipping vessels. So it's actually happening right now, but you don't know this because you don't read.
Your arrogance and like
I'm trying to tell you some stuff because you don't know much.
No, and to be honest, like, fuck right off. Like, you people, have blood on your hands every time you support this nonsense, and you want to talk like, oh, well, I'm the adult in the room because I want people in a far-off land to go fucking die. Fuck right off.
We still got to deal with this, my friend. I'm sorry. We're a powerful country. The economy is based on America having alliances and economic trade deals with the entire rest of the world. If we didn't have this, we would be much poorer. And it's just the way the world works, my friend.
We have control of the world reserve currency. We have more than enough people. We can apply pressure in 10,000 other ways that don't force us into a position where we create the next generation of terrorists and the next generation of terrorists. But you know what? We don't want that because the Lindsey Grahams, right? Like, he doesn't get his page boy blowjobs paid for by the defense industry. I'm fucking tired of it.
It's a cute little like insult. I'm here for it because I'm not a fan of Lindsey Graham. But I think if you wanted to say something was more accurate, you can name it at my party. So let me give you a very specific example. Biden tried to normalize through his State Department, tried to normalize relations with Yemen and with the Houthis. His thought was we'd tried to basically do economic sanctions for a long time. It hadn't stopped the civil war. So he tried to normalize, do exactly what you're saying, like have a peace process with the Houthis. It did not work. He took them off the terrorist watch list, which was one of the last things that Trump did before he left. And as a result of that, the Houthis were supercharged and started attacking American ships. So your ideas about trying to placate these Islamists, it doesn't work. Sometimes they're just crazy, evil people, and we gotta go kill them. That's just the reality. Like, Democrats have tried this, and it does not work.
Again, it's funny that, right, like the moment you say that Biden had a thought, it's just absolutely laughable.
Okay.
That guy had the cognitive ability to pay attention to anything. The issue is that Barack Obama, right, took the side of the Muslim Brotherhood. The problem is when we shift in this country every 4 years and we start going back and forth, right, we end up supporting both sides of every conflict. And the end result is everybody ends up hating us because we're bad and unloyal fucking allies. Like, we're unstable. our system does not allow for us to like get involved in these kinetic conflicts and have any success. Every point me to one conflict that has long-term benefited, like has been worth the blood and treasure that we have spilled over it. You can't.
Obama taking the fight to ISIS and fucking destroying them. They are operationally irrelevant. When's the last time ISIS kidnapped a United States citizen? We fucking killed them. It was badass. I don't know if you watched the documentaries on this. Our American military kicked all kinds of ass and fucking destroyed these Islamists. And it was great.
Yeah, how many innocent people died because of Obama's drones?
We literally liberated the city of Mosul, and we took back all these areas that have been captured by ISIS. So this is actually, they are so thrilled. Women could not go to school. Do you understand? These are like terrorists stuck in the 6th
any of those places that you think we liberated.
You're just fucking crazy. Do you think like, this is so crazy. Do you think Afghanistan is better off today under the rule of the Taliban? Do you think this is in their interest? Do you think it's a better country today?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking. You said it never does any good when we go in.
Wait, no. That's a good point. So there's these hardliners in Afghanistan. We spend
hardliners.
Yeah. So
who are the hardliners?
They're called. Their group is called. Wait for it. The Taliban.
Okay.
We go in. We spend 20 years spilling American lives and treasure, and what's the end result? Where are we at now?
I agree with you. We did not do a good job in Afghanistan.
Fucking control. Trillions of dollars spent, thousands of American troops lives, tens of thousands of innocent lives lost, and it's literally the exact same fucking way it was when we started. It's you know who benefited though? The war machine. Oh, Halliburton is fucking thrilled. Raytheon is ecstatic that we get another front for them to like build new kill machines and use them on some brown people far, far away.
So I want to be really clear. I did not support Afghan or Iraq too when Bush did it. But the thing that you have to understand is Bush remarkably fucked up both those wars and mismanaged those war theaters. We actually let Osama bin Laden, which was, if you remember, the reason we have invaded Afghanistan from the first place, and he escaped into the Tora Bora Mountains. So I agree. Hold on. I'm going to finish my point. I'll let you finish. You know, I agree with you that wasn't a well-managed war theater. But the thing I'm asking you to understand is what the aftermath was of us withdrawing from there. I need you to really think about this, because when we withdrew, the Taliban took over. One of the first things that happened is they made it so girls couldn't go to school. You had these religious Islamist extremists that took over literally everything. And you're right, our service over there was wasted. We should have gone and taken a harder line and gone and killed and neutralized these Islamists instead of thinking they were rational political actors that we could negotiate with. That's not the way that we think. The top lesson I've taken from Iraq and Afghanistan is that when bad people are trying to kill us, we actually have to go kill them back.
Oh, yeah. Good luck killing enough of them. Again, we tried it and we failed.
We took out ISIS.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like I said, I dare you to go to Mosul and walk around and with your big American flag and see how liberated they're. Like, I'm sure they'll just be coming up thanking you for all of the sacrifice that you've made to advance their country, get rid of ISIS. It's so retarded. It's unbelievable. But I want to say this. Pakistan, which is where we found bin Laden, supposedly, right, is now our partner in trying to negotiate everything through Iran. Here's the issue, right, at the end of the day, which is when you hear somebody say, oh, well, I was against Iraq and Afghanistan, and it just, the issue is we've never tried real war before where we just kill enough of the people, right? Maybe if we just kill more of them, like they'll come around and then everybody will have freedom and we'll all have our unicorn farts and rainbow utopia. It's all literal nonsense, and it's all designed specifically to keep the war machine going, because that's the only thing keeping our economy, because the corruption is, right, that we no longer are represented by any of our, literally, there's no one who represents your interests in Washington, D.C. They're all on the payroll of big military, big pharma, and big energy, and they all take foreign contributions from everywhere. There's never been an instance where
I
we have
want people at home to
done
notice
it,
something.
and we have
as-
swapped out a government where it's worked out that like it turned out really good for us. It's just nonsense.
ChatGPT could write this. Like, I'm coming to you, I'm giving you a lot of specifics about our national security strategy. I'm giving you very detailed information about who our enemies are, what the consequences are, how we come to decision advantages, who our partners are, what the consequences are of doing things well and not doing well. And you're just literally going into some ChatGPT ranty bullshit that's so specific, like a fourth grader could read it. I could literally bring a child in here to read what you're saying, and they could do it as well. Can you engage with some of my points? Like we're talking about national security strategy.
The
If
point
we are trying, let me get really specific. What would you have done different with ISIS? Give me just what is your worldview with that? Do you negotiate
I
with
would
them?
have
Do you ignore
happily
it?
empowered our partners in the area to go
We tried that.
and do it on their own. Like we don't have to go do this shit
Oh,
ourselves.
so you're in agreement? We should fund our alliance with Israel so they can go kill these terrorists for us. You're with me?
I think Israel has shown themselves to be so unreasonably aggressive that they know that I, to be honest, I trust our partners in Saudi and Egypt.
You
And
think Saudi Arabia is going to go do this?
yeah, no, I trust them far more than I do Israel.
Do you know what Sunnis
And
and
the only reason,
Shiites are?
like you see the people of Israel as being fellow whites, and so right, it's really like Democrat.
Have you ever been to Israel? Do you think
Why-
they're white
why-
there?
why you
Do
wanna
you think
support them
Israelis
over-
are white? No, just tell me. Do you think Israelis are white? Have you gone there?
Like,
Have you ever been to Israel?
no, hell no.
Okay,
Not-
well, if you went to Israel,
not
you'd
kissed
see
the
it's not
wall.
particularly white.
I'm one of the few have not had to kiss the wall, not going to kiss the wall.
I'm just asking if
right
you
on.
know what you're talking about. I'm not talking at the wall. Like, you made a contention that Israelis are white. I'm just asking if you've been
No,
there.
my,
And I'm telling
my
you
point is
that if you went there, you would see they're actually very dark. So I hope
Okay.
that's helpful.
the point being that like the idea Israel has shown themselves not to be to be what's the bombastic, that's not even the right word I'm looking for. The point being, like, I am just no, I really I mean this like completely and fully. I come from a military background. I actually have a background in foreign policy. And
Okay.
we think, right, this little group inside Washington, D.C., who controls foreign policy and our security, right, have fucked everything up forever. And their solution is always just let us kill more people, give us more trillions of dollars to go spend.
Here's the
And
chat
this
GPT.
time-
We got it.
this time we'll
Alex
get it
Jones
right.
here on the show.
No,
Let's do it.
We've lost all of our moral high ground. We've
World
lost
government.
all of our credibility.
That's
the
right.
American people
Yeah.
are bleeding and suffering. Care about them first. Fuck all these other countries. Everywhere else, get your shit together in the
I'm
United
feeling
States
the InfoWars.
before
Give
you
it
have
to
the
me, Dustin.
audacity to go
InfoWars.
all the other way.
Yes. Yes. Full
Persia-
Alex Jones.
Okay, one at a time.
Yes.
Persia is an ancient and proud civilization. Getting involved in this conflict, and you know what? It'll be easy for people like Brianna 20 years from now.
It's
I
Brianna.
never really,
Brianna, not
I never
Brianna.
really supported going into Iran, right? Like, I disagree with the way it was managed. But you know, today the new warmongering is we've always been at war with Eurasia. We've always been at war with East Asia. They've always wanted to come kill you. Like, it's literal propaganda designed to make you accept, take like your continual robbery of your kids' future, the mortgaging of their financial success and lives in order to go kill people for profit. It's disgusting. And everybody who supports it is a disgusting hate-mongering warmonger who's going to burn in fucking hell.
It's just progressive nonsense. You're exactly like the progressives. You're the same person. You have the same. You cannot engage with an argument. You have a moralistic point of view, and instead of coming up with facts to persuade anyone of any public policy, you just rant and moralize. You're exactly like the progressives. I expect you. The next sentence. Hold on. I expect the next sentence to come out of your mouth. I expect the next sentence to come out of your mouth to start talking to me about how we should have gender self-ID on demand, because you're exactly like the progressives. You're the same person.
Yeah. So right again, the stupidity. Right. I'm tired. Also,
I'm asking you to engage with my argument. What would you do about ISIS? What would you do about ISIS?
I talked about ISIS and the Houthis. And
I'm literally asking what you would do. What is your national security strategy?
Again, my national security strategy is to build up fucking America, right? We don't nation build.
Build up America? Okay.
What does that mean? Oh, all of the money that we spend building bombs and killing people overseas, right, could be used to make this country great in 10,000 different ways. Well, maybe because like our government's so idiotic and broken, they can't spend. Everything the government does is evil and terrible.
Everything the government does is
everything
evil.
Our government does is evil and terrible. And you know what? Everybody, like, I have enough respect for people that like, you can't have, you don't know what lady, you have no fucking clue. The number of foreign policy speeches I've given, the number of foreign
policy. This is just rambling. Can I actually get a point in so we can have some intelligent debate? This has just been minutes of rambling.
It's you wanting to look down your nose at everybody else.
It's just buzzwords.
Despite the fact that you're never the people who have to actually go fight and die for the things.
I actually come from Mississippi, and my friends died in Iraq and Afghanistan. More people serve in Mississippi per capita than any other state in America. So actually, and I come from a military family. My father was a naval officer. He rose to the level of lieutenant commander. So, that's my family story. Although I think neither of us served. So I want to talk about this alliance with Israel, because I think there's a really big misconception out here about what the money goes for. And I think there's something that's spread in right-wing circles that makes it sound like we are sending Israel tons of money. And I understand, like, you're probably not going to listen to any facts, but I hope the audience will hear this and be educated on it. So Obama in 2016 signed a Memorandum of Understanding, which we call an MOU, which, if we want to really oversimplify it, it gave Israel a certain amount of money that they would then use and spend on American military weapons. So if Israel was trying to replenish the Iron Dome or rank F-16s over Iran, they actually have an agreement with us to purchase those weapons from us. So I think there's this illusion that we are actually giving money to Israel, and it's actually the strategy that you seem to have advocated, where we want national security partners and we want them to go handle their business in the region. So here's a quick fact. For every $3.3 billion that we've advocated in this MOU over the last decade, 100% of that has come back to American military manufacturers, which has created jobs, and all the technology that they've developed while they've been in these war theaters directly comes back, and we get to use that to keep ourselves safe. So Israel is essentially an R&D factory for us to develop new American technology. We use it in our missiles, we use it in our tanks, and they don't just spend that $3.3 billion a year. By the last number I looked at, they spent about $6.8 billion a year back. So we actually make money from Israel as a country by having this national security alliance, and we get better weapons because it's all battlefield tested. And the thing that you say you don't want to do, put American soldiers in the front line, we don't have to do that because Israel is over there taking out these terrorists for us. So I actually think America benefits more from this MOU strategy than Israel does.
Yeah, you guys.
Dustin, are you falling asleep? What's going on?
No, listen, the equation, like, it's actually like the money. The money is going to Raytheon. The money is going to Lockheed Martin. The money is not going into your pocket. Right? You are being bled dry by the rest of the world. And Donald Trump came to power because
Can you
right,
engage with my point at all? This doesn't have anything to do with anything I just said. I'm talking about the MOU and the strategy with Israel. Can you
yeah,
engage with that?
again,
Please,
the,
please.
the
I'd
specific
like to have a better conversation. Can you engage with anything I said?
no, because it's nonsense,
It's true.
right? Like,
It's
and
not nonsense.
I don't look down. I don't have to look down my. I don't have to blow myself up to feel like I'm smarter and superior.
We
Like,
have to actually
out
know what
all
we're
of these
funding as a
specific-
nation and make decision calls for a national security strategy. Adults have to do that. So yeah,
oh yes, adults.
yes.
Actually, a bunch of corrupt criminals are the ones who make those decisions in this
That's
country.
not true.
And in
That's
my
not
world,
true.
they'd be strung up from bridges.
I think more of American soldiers than you do, apparently. I don't think they're abundant. I don't think that's true at all.
No. The people directing them, the people who are directing the money, are all criminals.
That's
They've
not
all
true.
bled the American people
This is
dry
not true.
for decades, so that your future, your children's future, can be spent in some far off desert to fucking kill
That
some
doesn't have
more
anything
people
to
who
do
you
with the
never
MOU.
interact with, had no problem with. It's disgusting.
That has
Oh,
nothing to do with
but that's
Obama's
what adults
MOU.
do, you guys. No, that's what psychopathic, demonic, satanic, disgusting, corrupt people
Is there an
do.
audience for this horse shit? I'm astonished if anyone would listen to this. Like, it's like my IQ is dropping out of my head as I'm listening to this. It's really upsetting.
It's very upsetting.
I'm getting dumber.
I'm
don't know.
under attack, you guys. They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me, you guys. It's the same way everybody wants to be a victim. Here's the problem. Take control of your own shit.
Today.
Get our country back in order, right? I will never support this nonsense that it's somehow my responsibility to take care of every other place in the rest of the world. Done with it. No more. No mas. No thank you. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Let's go. Fight.
Okay, so before we wrap up, are we going to agree on anything, or no? We're just not. We're not going to agree on anything.
No, listen.
Donald Trump is great to be conducting this war against Iran. So, do you agree with me, Dustin?
He's great to be what? Can you say that again?
Doing this war with Iran, I 100% support our president in taking out the IRGC. Can you agree with me on that, Dustin? He's your president.
No, like again, the I feel 100% betrayed on this, right? Don't, and you know what? Like, I spent a lot of time with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. traveling across the country, recruiting people the Maha people who ended up being the margin of victory in 2024. The argument that worked was, you know what? Dick Cheney is supporting Kamala Harris, and RFK Jr. is supporting Donald Trump. We talked about war, right? That Donald Trump was the only president in modern history who hadn't started a new war, and he's betrayed that. He's betrayed that for a war of convenience. I have not seen you guys even attempt to present any serious evidence of all this stuff about Iran was this close to getting a bomb and nuking the UK.
What? Do you read any newspapers? The stories are out there.
Yes, newspapers. Very reliable, especially when it comes to foreign policy.
Okay. The question is, can we find something to agree on? Let me ask you this. What's your favorite color? Do you have a favorite color?
If we're getting to that level, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Again, not on this topic. We're not going to find.
I'm just asking. Do you like red?
Not
Is
really.
red a good color? Oh. Do you like blue? Do you like
black
blue?
like my soul, or
black?
black like the soul of all of you bastards
color.
who support war.
Black.
Okay, well, Dustin, I know you have to get ready and travel. We actually went a little bit over. We're only going to go to 6:30, but
Honestly, in all seriousness, that was fun. I enjoyed
wait, go ahead.
Thank you, Brianna. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, this has been very entertaining. I appreciate both of you coming on.
Stop advocating for killing people. I think that's
I'm going to advocate to keep America safe and our economy working.
Yeah, but you're not keeping anyone safe. You're actually
and that's how you do it. And sometimes you have to kill terrorists, and that's just reality, my friend.
Yeah, no, and all the civilians around them, and when that runs
out, at them for using
we
them
should
as
just
human
kill everyone in
shields. That's a war
Afghanistan.
crime. We got to
Right? Like we should just kill everyone because they don't agree with
We
us.
should kill the terrorists. We should
Yeah.
100% hunt
Kill
down
them
and slaughter
all.
the terrorists. Yes, 100%.
Okay,
That
well,
was interesting.
Brianna, thank you for coming on. Dustin dropped off. Come back again. I'll let you know we're doing more of these political discussions. Clearly, you're very opposite sides of the spectrum. So thank you for coming. And yeah, I guess see you later.
Bye.
Thank you, Brianna.
Thank you.